Now I think we can all agree that Parappa is a pretty chill game, but it does have its moments.
Yeah, the maximum speed is tuned up to 463,200.
But you haven't seen nothing, because in 1999 the world was gifted Jammer Lammy. What kind of a name is that? After seeing blazing success with Parappa the Rapper, the company behind it, Nana Onsha, wanted to capitalise on it and so got to work on a brand new game. But it wasn't Parappa the Rapper 2 how the first game promised, rather a spin-off game focusing on Katie Cat's band. Do you remember her?
A birthday party without a cake is like a dance floor without me.
The band is called Milk Can because this game was marketed with Parappa heavily to ensure people knew the two games were related, even featuring an advert with Parappa romancing over the main character. What if Sunny caught you watching that?
Okay, I'm having a date with a real man.
Looking at the cover, it seems innocent enough, just the band members rocking it out with a funky background, but just you wait, this game is going to leave you with more questions than answers. It starts out the same way as Parappa the Rapper. The main character is watching the same movie, only with a higher production value. Maybe it's a sequel. They go to the restaurant where we are introduced to two new characters, Lammy, the lead guitarist, who's incredibly shy, and Marsan, the drummer who speaks in some made-up language, yet everyone understands her? I must say, the cutscenes look a lot nicer and are much more improved, and that horrible border is gone. The next part is a play-for-play, the exact same as what happens in Parappa the Rapper.
Squirrel! Yeah! Well, what do we have here? Plenty of munchies for everyone, right? Yeah! Not only munchies, but a little babe, all dressed up for us. Ain't that right?
But no Joe Chin is going to save them this time. So Lammy ends up just playing the guitar to death.
See? The guitar rules again.
Mil can have a performance coming up, but it turns out Lammy has a habit of being late, and as she's coming up with excuses, she references the first game.
I told them it was an emergency, but they said...
Let's rap for it!
Nah.
To everyone's surprise, there's a new member of the band, the Karate Onion? Since losing his dojo, he needed to find another source of income. Well, he did have a hidden casino in the back, and that probably sounds illegal. But he always keeps it in his mind, and somehow that gives Lammy the motivation to play on. The first stage is much like the original stage 1, only you play guitar instead of rap. The lyrics are much more improved too, referencing the original and even foreshadowing future stages. It sounds like the original too, sharing some melodies and chords.
Listen to me now as I do my chore. Nobody ever talks to me no more. I just wanna know, can you really go without guitar in hand? I don't know. Coming at ya.
Ah, I got you, didn't I? Because none of that happened. It was all a dream. Lammy ended up oversleeping, so it's in a rush, but she almost forgets to turn off literally everything in her apartment, from the vacuum cleaner to the iron. On the way to the venue, Lammy is blocked by a building fire. She tries asking the police chief to let her through, so he just hands her the hose and is like, if you're in a rush, help us put it out then, which I think is the worst regard to health and safety ever, especially for something like a building fire. Unsure of what to do, Lammy remembers Master Onion's famous words, and suddenly the hose changes into a guitar. There you go, a little life lesson. If you ever struggle with something, just imagine you're playing the guitar. You get the idea. This stage has a few more longer sections, but nothing too challenging yet. The music in this stage has one of the slickest bass lines I've ever heard from a PS1 game. Everyone dancing in the background, in time to the rhythm, combined with the harmonies, makes this song very memorable. After putting out the fire, the chief gives Lammy a siren, as well as a lot of pizza. When Lammy checks her watch, the visuals just get wild. Now I bet you can't predict what happens next. Well... Lammy eats so much pizza that she gets fat. This probably appeals to someone out there, just not me. Yeah, that looks really good. I really wish... Yeah, really good. Just give me 5 minutes and I'll... Oh! No, I can't. She winds up at what I can only describe as a pregnancy parade. So of course, they all think Lammy is pregnant. Then this weird ass caterpillar shows up and starts vomiting some sort of aphrodisiac on everyone. I don't know what else it could be. Maybe it's her breakfast, but who knows. After finding out that she isn't really pregnant, she's tasked with helping out the babies, so it's only natural that the baby becomes the guitar this time. This song has a loud guitar backing with a lot of fast button sequences to push. It's definitely a lot more challenging than the previous stages, especially with how fast it can go. But what's up with the background? A bunch of pastel circles? Well, I think it's the rest of the caterpillar's body, as some of them have arms with babies in them. This game is so weird. Anyway, you get a harmonizer from the caterpillar, and Lammy continues on her way.
Thank you. I only have 8 more minutes.
Where she sees her plane fly without her, but fortunately she's able to catch up to it on a skateboard. Why is there a plane on the road? You know, a road for cars? Turns out the pilot has some sort of bipolar syndrome, and his mood changes every time his head gets hit.
Was it the green button or the blue switch?
Oh hey Parappa, what you doing on the dashboard there?
Gotta put that back in there. Where in the world were you, soldier? Haven't you ever heard the term punctual?
His bipolarism causes him to forget how to fly, so you end up helping him. Oh, and this plane is full of people. So we have a mentally unstable pilot flying a plane with an unqualified timid guitar player? Seems alright to me. This song has 2 speeds, normal and super fast, depending on the mood of the pilot, as well as the section of the song. You're also required to do what is essentially button mashing with how fast it can get. This song is very challenging, but that's what makes it one of my favourites from this game. The pilot's constant mood swings are also hilarious with what he says.
I wonder where lunch is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always give it your best.
By some miracle, Lammy lands the plane, but leaves her guitar on there.
Guitar! My guitar! Where did I put it?
Why is there a suit of armour in her pocket? Whatever, this game is weird enough. Fortunately, there's a guitar shop nearby, but the shopkeeper wants nothing to do with her.
I don't have time for jokers.
Until she says she's willing to do anything.
Oh, please! I'll do anything! Anything, please!
I think we all know where this is going.
But no, it turns into a deleted scene from Resident Evil 4. Lammy now needs to build a guitar by carving it from a tree trunk. Is that how guitars are really made? What about the electronics and the strings? Like I said before, this game is weird enough. Who cares about pedantic things like that? The song for this stage has more of a rock feel, with simple button sequences and a few faster ones. The fact that they chose to use a tree with a bear living inside it is actually the smartest thing I've ever heard. Doesn't matter though, because the guitar gets made and Lammy makes it to her performance on time. Except that isn't what happens. Instead, does she A. get stuck behind another parade, B. slip on a banana peel, die and go to hell, or C. arrives super late and doesn't get a chance to perform? Those of you who said A are wrong, because it's B. She dies.
dream.
This has to be the most delusional form of hell I've ever seen.
Am I dead?
But after a fourth wall break,
There's the guitarist. Come on, hurry, hurry. We need you out there.
Huh?
Not yet, not yet.
we're off to the next stage, where this idol says she can bring Lammy back to life, provided she play well.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm an idol.
Now, this stage is probably my least favourite. It seems to be incredibly unfair when it comes to timing, and I consistently found myself dropping ranks, struggling to get back into the good rating, even when I thought the line was perfectly fine. Like, what was wrong with that? I must admit though, the lightning storms in the audience is pretty cool. Of course, the machine that brings Lammy back to life is a fax machine. You know, because they are paper-thin characters.
Phew! Is the show over? So you're the one who took my job. My watch is broken, my guitar strings broke, my costume has wrinkles, and I don't get any messages on my beeper. All because of you.
Say what?
Let's see who's the better guitarist.
I'm really in a hurry. Maybe some other day.
Now fully alive, Lammy makes it to the venue when, absolute twist, the other members were just as late.
I'm really sorry. I got caught up in a lot of mess.
We get a flashback of the band getting ready for the performance. While we see Katie and Marsan participating, Lammy just comes across as timid and doesn't do much, not wanting to stand out. So now it's her chance to face her fears.
Leave it to
This song is the last one in the main story, and it absolutely slaps. The drum patterns, the vocals, the bass, it all syncs up and creates a really memorable song. I wouldn't say this song is very difficult, although I did drop ranks a couple times, only when I was experimenting. You get to see all the previous people you encountered, and look who it is! Parappa.
It was the 36th time that he broke my heart. It was the 80th time that I've fallen apart. I knew from the start it was gonna be rough, but not as painful as this.
So that was the main game mode, all around a lot better and in your face with the absurdity than the original, from Master Onion losing his dojo to the hell stage. The game doesn't shy away from throwing the weirdest stuff it can at you, while still maintaining that 3+ rating. Shocking, I know. Despite both these games featuring chainsaw wielding lunatics, why is Resident Evil 4 rated a 15? It just doesn't seem fair to me. There are even some fourth wall breaks and some self-aware humour that got me. But that isn't all this game has to offer. There are various quality of life improvements too. You can save and replay your performances, and even distort the music, which are what these things the characters give you.
Trying to get downtown.
Now one thing I neglected to mention in the Parappa video was this cool rating. Well, if the game decides your improvisation is really good, you're sent to this elusive cool rating. This is where you rack up some serious points. You might think there's a trick to staying in the cool rating, but there really isn't. All you need to do is tap buttons in a vaguely rhythmic pattern to rack up points. If you're able to finish the stage with the cool rating, you'll get a different ending too. Now despite this game saying nowhere on the cover that Parappa's a playable character, he actually is. There's a secret story you unlock after beating the game, but uses the same stages with a slightly different instrumental and has Parappa rapping instead of Lammy playing the guitar. So yes, that means Parappa gets sent to hell too.
Somebody come and rescue me quick, or I'm gonna be the angel's next pick.
Somebody come rescue me quick, or I'm gonna be the angel's next pick.
You don't want to see me get hurt. The angel been mean to me, that's for sure.
You don't wanna see me get hurt. The angel means me, that's for sure.
And if you've been missing Joe Chin, don't worry, he gets himself a range of commercials which features chains, which is what this lyric in the tree rap references. Giant laptops and nature preservation. Wait, why is Florida gay? There's also a 2-player mode, so you and your friend can have Lammy and Parappa play in hell if you want. So that was Jammer Lammy, an absolutely crazy game, I'm sure you can agree, but it's still very entertaining. I highly recommend picking it up if you can. And with that, I'll leave you with some more amazing quotes.
The house is well done, but the pizza is medium rare.
How's this? Wow, that's cool. Can I see it from the side? Hey, that's really nice.
Oh boy. I can eat almonds. How about this? This is called the yummy yummy beef steak. You like?
I'm gonna kill you.
I think I'm dead already.
I think it needs to be a little more girl-like.
Like bite-sized beef?
Start all over. You should be banned from every game.
From every game? Even this one?
Well, can't we just stay away from beef?
Okay, pork.
If I'm dead, then the game's over. What a stupid game.
Well, that's a lie right there.